Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com. I'm coming at you with four more new Seiko releases today. So this is all part of spring 2022 releases. A bunch of months ago, right, you saw some 38 millimeter solars, as well as some other stuff. And then just a couple days ago, as long as everything's going according to plan, you saw the release of the Save the Ocean Antarctica monster and tuna with the green dials and the penguin swimming, really cute. Four more watches today, and then there's a couple more solar reduced divers that I'm going to be showing you probably in a future video. So what are we talking about today? Well, we've got Seiko came out with these automatic watches. They are most definitely geared towards the ladies market, but they're part of the new Seiko 5 Sports collection, those SRPD watches, except they bear a different part number. It's SRE, but they are 28 millimeter. So they are really, really small by today's standards for watches. I'd say even for ladies, 28 is kind of small. I know my wife will generally wear more in the 30s now, but so this is kind of a little bit more traditional, really dainty, small pieces. Well, we will see them all. Talking about small, I'm wearing this is one of my prototypes, an Islander 39 millimeter Flieger. This will come to fruition relatively soon, except I'm doing them without a date. And then this is interesting. It's a G-Shock. Yes, I own a G-Shock, but it's got a polar. I guess it's the polarization of the lens. Since it's a negative display, the numbers kind of disappear. But well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's the light. Who the hell knows? Like I said, new camera, new fun. Anyway, let's check out the four new Seikos. So here they are. These new 28, you heard me right, 28 millimeter Seiko 5 sports watches. I've got four varieties to show you, two on leather, two on bracelets. I guess I'm just going to start. I'll start with the blue one on a bracelet. And what I also want to do, I happen to have, a full size. Of course, this is like an SKX case, but this is the the SRPD, the 5KX divers are pretty much the same case, just lacking a screw down crown. But that's your difference, 43, 42-ish in my right hand, a 28 in my left hand. So, size scales by volume. So it's really like a factor of 8 on a lot of different things. If that doesn't make any sense to you, I'm sorry. It's just, just because you shrink the diameter, you shrink everything else. You shrink the width and the thickness as well. So a lot of things come down with it, including the bracelet. So it's really not just, a shrinking of 13 millimeters. It's really an extreme size reduction. Model numbers are going to be SRE 003, 4, 5, and 6. If I forget to say about price, they all range, just like the regular Seiko 5s, the 5KX divers, from $275 to $325, depending on case finish, bracelet, whatever. And let's get into it. So, as I said, this is SRE. I'm pretty sure this is 003. Yeah, SRE 003. There you can see the price. It runs on a 2R06, which is basically kind of like a 4R36, just a really reduced form factor to fit in this small case. So it is 28 millimeters in diameter. It is 11 thick to a flat hardlex crystal. Is a mere 33 millimeters on the lug tip to lug tip. There are lug holes for easy strap changes should you want to make them. The case back is solid with the Seiko 5 logo. It is a push-pull crown at the 4 o'clock position. You can change the time. I can't even see it, guys. It hand winds and it hacks. You change the date, day and date. Whoops! With one click out, one direction changes the day. Dual language, and one direction changes the date. It is a 14 millimeter lug attachment. In this case, we have a bracelet. It is a 3-link bracelet with polished centers. It is hollow end links. Kind of solid looking links. I do not know if they're sized with pins and collars, but it really just looks like pins, just judging from what I can see here. It is a simple 2-position push button clasp, 2-position of micro adjustment. This guy is rather light, 69 grams. So let's say, well, 100 meters of water resistance, which I think actually is really cool, but I guess that just kind of matches the rest of the lineup. So this is the SRE 003. As you can see, it has, let me see, see if I can brighten it up a bit for you. Try to get a little bit more of that blue dial, the sunburst blue dial, with sort of rose gold accents. It's a really beautiful dial. It's very nice. See Seiko with the logo, and then at the bottom, you can see, how close can this camera focus? Pretty good. You can see Made in Japan on the bottom. So like I said, this is just one of the ones you can pick from. This is SRE 003. So let's move on to, I think that's about it, right? There's not much to say about these. Sorry to say I'm just not that excited about them, but I think I may not be excited about the watch, but I'm excited in the direction they're going in the smaller size sport watches to obviously attract a whole different type of person, whether it be a male or a female that buys these. Obviously, they're geared towards female, but it doesn't really matter. But I just like that they are making stuff in a much, much smaller form factor. Phoebus, a micro brand that I carry, had the Sea Nymph, which is a quartz-based diver that they made at a clip, and then they quashed it, discontinued it. That watch, I still get people asking for it today. It was quartz-based, but it was a smaller, ladies-sized diver. So I kind of dig that Seiko went in this direction. So this is the SRE 004. So you get the same weight, roughly the same price, probably a couple bucks more because it's two-tone, $325. But you have a beautiful two-tone bracelet, polished center. You see that? Still the 14 millimeters of a lug, which is really weird. It's an odd size. You're not going to find much aftermarket from somebody like me in that size. Actually, not going to find anything. You have to go to a real dedicated strap company. Matching yellow gold crown. It does not follow through the clasp if you're interested. The clasp is just done in solid steel. Case back, same thing. So now we've got a white dial, gold hands, gold markers. No, it's not running. Now it is. Small crown. But very, I'm going to call it a dainty watch, matching yellow gold bezel. It looks nice. It's going to look nice on someone's wrist. Not mine, but it will look nice on someone's wrist. And we'll get into the sizing in a second, and I'll show you, what it looks like on my 6 3/4 inch wrist. So this guy, I dig this, man. I love this match of color. This is SRE 005 or 6? 006. This is 315. You have a rose gold case now, okay? And a chocolate brown dial. And the writing is done in that goldish color. The markers and the hands are done in matching rose gold. The strap is a beautiful, luscious, dark, glossy brown. Of course, a matching rose gold buckle. I think this is a really classy watch. I think it looks really nice. Stainless steel case back in case you're keeping track of that or keeping count. There it is. Nicey, nicey. And then the last one I'm going to show you. By the way, this 2R06 movement, I don't know if I mentioned it, it is a 24 joule movement. One day I'll have to pop the back off of one of these and see what the movement looks like. The only problem I have with this watch is describing the color. I am not colorblind. I just have trouble figuring out what color this is supposed to be. Is it a light brown? Is it tan? Is it gray? Taupe? Maybe it's taupe. I don't know. The band is sort of tan to me. But again, it's a simple dial. Nice color. Silver hands and markers. Oh, they do use Lumabrite, by the way, which is really nice. And like the one I just showed you, this is only 34 grams. So super duper lightweight. This was SRE 005 then, judging by, using the method of elimination. So let's see what, well, they all glow the same. So let's see what one looks like when we light it up, and then I will pop it on my dainty wrist. So there you glow. Absolutely no problem reading the time with this one. Very simple. It's Lumabrite, right? So the markers are small because the watch is small, but it's very easy to tell the time. You do have a registration triangle at the 12 o'clock, which makes it easy to figure out which way is up. And you're also missing the marker at the day-date position at 3. Still nice to see. I don't know if you got a good shot of that G-Shock in the opening, if you're interested. This is the only G-Shock I own currently. I mean, I had one, like one of those 5600s years and years and years ago, but that's what it looks like if you couldn't see the display in the opening. Again, new camera, kind of tough for me to understand how everything looks, but this is a pretty cool watch. I've had this. This is well over a decade old at this point. So here it is on my 6 3/4 inch wrist. I can't help but smile a little bit and laugh. But that, there it is. But just so we're aware, whoops, I'm a 6 3/4 inch wrist. Here I am. This is maybe going up to a 7 1/4. It's really not meant for large wrists. Clearly by the size, above my wrist bone or below it. It looks, can I say ridiculous? I think in my opinion it does. I would not wear this. But if you want to see what it looks like on a wrist, there you go. I think that's going to wrap things up from my angle here today. This has been Mark from LongIslandWatch.com showing you some new Seiko 28mm divers. Please like the video. Woo! If you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Questions or comments, you may put them down below, and I will try to address them as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.